York. We can see there a medical examiner's van has arrived outside the entrance to that apartment block. It's presumed that this will be to remove the body of Heath Ledger. We saw earlier police trying to clear away the paparazzi and gathering crowds who were gathering for the last hour or so outside that apartment block so that there would be a clear path from the doorway of that building. You can see a police officer there outside. It will be difficult though because there are now dozens of people outside of that medical examiner's van has arrived in the past few minutes, and we're hearing from police that they do plan to hold an autopsy on Wednesday. That's from a New York Police City Department spokeswoman. We're also getting reports that they believe that this was a drugs overdose and that pills were found by the side of Heath Ledger's bed, but as yet that is not confirmed. Obviously they will have to wait for that autopsy report, and no indication how quickly that will be out once the autopsy is done. These live pictures from New York, the apartment block where Heath Ledger's body, the Hollywood star, aged 28, originally from Australia, where his body was found several hours ago.
Well, let's show you now the most recent photographs that we have of Heath Ledger. These were taken on just Saturday. So just a matter of a few days ago, this photograph of Heath Ledger looking very relaxed and comfortable there, just a matter of days ago. As we say, his body was found at about 3:30 this afternoon, New York time, which is about 5:30 our time. He's due to release, his latest film is due to be released here in this country in July this year. It's Batman's latest film. It's called Dark Knight. He's due to play the Joker, and he would soon be doing publicity for that. We can now play you a bit of an interview the star gave in September last year about the effect that fame and the press intrusion that went with it has had on his life. That's coming up in just a little bit of time. We do know from our contributors this evening he was very uncomfortable with fame. He shied away from the press, talking about his private life as much as he could. Let's listen to what he had to say about that.
Well, it's not as bad as you think at this point. I mean, I've certainly. I think what's harder is you know, growing up through your development kind of years, like in front of the spotlight, so to speak. Like, you know, when you're in your late teens, early 20s, I think you could relate to this too. We're very impulsive and rebellious and you know, and so therefore I was very much that way, very defensive and very guarded about my personal life, and it's just as anyone would be at that age, you know, and so, you know, I was just as anyone else, any other guy during that stage of his life was, except for in the media, you know, in front of the public eye. And so it was documented, my development as a human being, and so it was, you know, I think, long story short, I've kind of developed a more diplomatic way of viewing it all and handling it, and certainly more relaxed with it all. And but you know, I don't. You know, the photographers following and all that kind of stuff, you know, it's embarrassing more than anything, actually. It's just kind of embarrassing to be walking somewhere and have people jump out in front of you with a camera.
Well, Heath Ledger's latest project was playing the Joker in the new Batman film, which is due out later this year. Well, this is the trailer for that film.
Forever. There's no going back. See, to them, you're just a freak. Like me.
What do we got?
Nothing. No name, no other alias. Clothing is custom. Nothing in his pockets but knives and